What's up, guys? I wanted to try something new for a video and do a little guide for people attempting to solo flawless dungeons, and then also show a guide on how the dungeon mechanic works, what you need to rehearse, what you need to look forward to, the builds that are out this season that are meta, which there are quite a bit, the mechanics of the dungeon, easy cheeses, and then kind of like a play-by-play commentary. I recommend starting off with the Pit of Heresy because it's quite an easy dungeon to solo, but it allows you as a player to kind of get into the groove of how rehearsing works based off of the build that you're doing, the videos and guides that you've watched, or the info that you've checked out on Reddit or YouTube or wherever you get your info from. And yeah, just test out my first ever live commentary take on a video. So here, this is the beginning of Pit of Heresy. I'm just making my way down to the rally flag, and the way this first mechanic works, you essentially you drop down to a space where you're going to kill a yellow bar knight who's going to unlock a door, and there'll be a bigger ultra bar knight that you kill, and three symbols are going to appear, and those three symbols are going to be located into this room that you see in front of you here. And above every tower you'll see the signs as I fall down. You're just going to correlate those three symbols to the three towers, and there's going to be three different types of enemies that you're going to have to kill three different types of ways. So as you see here, that's the Pit Keeper, which unlocks the door. Unlock the door. There's the bigger knight. You can see the three symbols up top already. You're going to use that sword. The sword is the core component of each mechanic. There's a light attack, a heavy attack, and there's a block. So I've scanned the three symbols. I'm going to make my way down to the first symbol now. As you can see, the first one I believe is ice cream. You can sword skate with this, not rubber banding sword skating, but you can use it for traversals here. So as you arrive here, there'll be 3 Pit Keepers per room. You want to kill them, kill all the small ads so that the door can open, and you'll be discovering which enemy it can be. There's one witch, one knight with a shield, and one shrieker. And as I enter this first room, I notice it's the knight, so you're going to be just using light attacks to damage him. And it's kind of like a duel, the way they created the mechanic here. So you can block, swing twice, block again, let him get you down. You could be in red, you can back up and heal. There's going to be strats also where you can just like hide behind a pillar, let the super of the sword build up, come out, hit F, and smash. I think it takes a third or a little bit less than a third of his health. If you really want to take your time, if you're a speedrunner, well, you're just swinging and going nuts. So as you kill the knight, one of these symbols disappears, and then you make your way over to the second symbol. Now in this area, you have these bridges that connect you to each tower, and then you have those there that I just jumped on. They're elevators. It's a kind of a time saver, and there's also limited access in certain areas when you arrive that you'll have to, and it's mandatory that you take the elevator. So I'm just scanning the area, making my way over to the second icon. Now I'm out of a sword. So when you get to an area here, normally a larger knight will spawn again that you can get a sword to drop. If he doesn't spawn, just clear all the ads, including the ogres. One, to just keep safe, because they can hit you from afar, so can the snipers. And two, if the knight isn't spawning, it's because it wants you to clear all the ads. So you can do it from long range. Here I'm using a rocket sidearm with incandescent and heal clip, just in case I get hurt, I kill something, reload, replenishes my see here, taking out the knight, the accursed sword bearer has appeared. Clear the other ads. And check up for the symbol. I see that symbol is hamburger, which is the second symbol I was looking for. Here it looks like it's the wizards. So the wizards here, you'll see that's the boss, and there's two regular wizards that you can just get out of the way. That's supposed to make it, I guess, a little bit more challenging, but obviously I just T-crashed them into nothing. So here you should go back and forth. See, she's always going to hide behind a pillar. She's annoying. Wizards are super annoying like that. So she's been taken out. Scan the last symbol. I've got about 30 shots left on my sword. I'm probably going to look for a new one. So it's a rinse and repeat. It's a little bit boring, but the dungeon is very easy if you want to, if you're interested in getting into solo flawless content. I highly recommend you start with this one. This one or Shattered Throne, given that the power creep, it's extremely gapped now, so you can wipe the bosses quite easily. Here in Pit Heresy as well. So here I've arrived at the third and final room. Clear out the ads. Inside here there's going to be the Shrieker with two ogres. Normally you can just run in and block if you're quick enough and just kill the Shrieker fast. But here I don't have a sword, so I figured I would just take out the ogres quick. The sword bearers spawned. Grab the sword. Now here you're going to be using the block of the sword to redirect the attack of the Shrieker back at the Shrieker, and that's the only way you can damage him. He'll be immune to the heavy and the light attacks. Same with the knight, he's immune to blocking, the heavy attacks, and the wizard is immune to the light attacks. So after all three are killed, a big green beam will blast up into the sky as kind of like a signal for a waypoint that you want to head towards. There'll be a few ads to kill. Nothing too crazy, but don't put your guard down. If you have supers, if you have heavy, take it out, get ready. While you're jumping, be careful not to land, and put yourself at 1 HP. Clear the Pit Keeper, which opens the door instantly. As you can see, first encounter, Solo Flawless, is complete. Grab the loot. After each encounter, you do get experience for your Tome of Want. So if you're relying on your Tome of Want this season, you can just have a quick scan at it and refresh it with the buffs. Here I'm switching to sword. We have a tiny little easy traversal area. The location to get down there is right there. I'm going to be using a sword. This one we have 3 orbs to obtain from 3 more knights. And each orb has to be banked on the left, the middle, and the right side. In this encounter, it's kind of a maze. It's kind of straightforward, but it is kind of a maze. But I do get lost, I think, a few times here. And on the left, middle, and right side, there are gigantic ogres who are completely invulnerable to any and all attack. So it's kind of like a hide and seek type of mechanic, and you want to bank the orb to unlock the door for the next encounter. You need 3 in total. So this is the first room on the left side. Clear out a few ads, and you'll see here a Reticle Knight. He is the enemy that is going to be dropping the orb. Quickly get him out of the way. You pick up the orb, and I'm heading over to left side to scan and see where the ogre is. not to die. And sometimes too, you bait him. You bait him over there. The eager edge sword is also to help me get away from him quickly once I bank, because he does come quite aggressively towards you, and if you're caught in that void blast that comes out of his eye or his face, and you're kind of walking straight, it will delete you, and you're going to want to melee or swing your sword a good distance away from him. If not, it'll like automatically lock onto him. So the symbols don't matter here. You just extinguish the orb. The left side is complete, and you start making your way either to the middle or the right side. So you see here, I swung twice. I flew right into him. I used my Thunder Crash to get away from him quickly, because I knew for sure I'd be dead there if I just started running. This is a alternate route you can take underneath on the left side if you jump up over there, but I had already banked the left side. Now I think I'm a little bit lost, so I'm just walking around clearing some ads, looking for the second open area that has the Heretical Knight. See, it's very simple. I'm using the Barrow Dyad and Peacekeeper build, which is fantastic. It's so fun to use. The Barrow Dyad actually grew on me. Wasn't very impressed when it dropped, but as it's evolved, kind of like Revision, it's become very, very strong. So here the knight is up. Grab the second orb. Be looking for the route. I think I come out on right side here. Yeah. So I'm on the right side. I just decide to, hey, fuck it, go for it. Making my way over to the end of the hallway. All of the doors are at the end of the hallway. If you're heading like northbound, I guess you could say. So left and right are done. Using eager edge quickly to grab cover. This technically would be the right side room, but I had grabbed the middle area room or lair and made my way over just into the wrong exit. But on this right side, if you follow that path right there, you come out right in the middle. So they're kind of the right and the middle are very close, whereas the left side, it's a little bit of a path. Now here I've completed the encounter, but you can see the ogre can still squash you or attack you for like 10 seconds. So in front of that rally flag is where you want to grab your cover if you're changing up your loadout. Now this encounter again, it involves banking orbs and staying on the platform there to keep the totem not from becoming, I think it's like enraged, or it opens up and it glows with fire. And if you're off that center plate for too long, you just wipe, you're dead. And if you're standing on it for too long, as you can see on the top center of the HUD, you start to develop the Curse of Suffering debuff. So it's a back and forth. You're looking for the Heretical Knight. Here, I believe it's 5 orbs you'll have to bank. And the knights come from the left and right side. And every time, you see it's getting red there, so I'll just step back on the plate. Every time you bank an orb, there's going to be 2 balconies up on the left and right side here. Knights will spawn. You'll get a wave of Thrall, and I think 3 or 4 Curse Thrall, the explosive ones, and the general wave of ads that come. So I'm using an LMG here with Destabilize and Killing Tally for some explosive damage, weakening pulses, pendant on your seasonal mod, and well, we have buffs to our mods now, which is kind of cool. So I'm sending out Weakening Blasts, I'm sending out Destabilizing with kills. Clear the wave of ads, and the second knight comes in, and this is a rinse and repeat. So I'm going to slide back onto over the plate. Oh, I'm moving quite quickly. If you notice there too, my Curse of Suffering has decreased. So So every time you bank a orb, your curse of suffering diminishes. So if you get too high, if you're at 7, 8, or 9, at least you know if there's these clutch moments, you can lower it. Ideally, you want to be clearing the ads, clearing the knights immediately as they come out too. They can be a real pain. I have just my barricade, my bull charge heal, and my solar rocket sidearm to heal me. So the wave of ads are clear. I survived. Go for the orb. My curse of suffering, I managed to get it up to 3 there. So, and that's it. Rinse and repeat. Ads will come in. He'll have a few acolytes that like to sneak up and come up behind you through that edge there, so you might be hiding behind your barricade or your healing rift or whatever, and you're getting shot. Just be careful, they can come up behind. So the knights have come out. Clear the knights. Watch out for the cursed thrall there. They can really knock your health down. This is knight number 4. Running a bit low on ammo. Got him down, and I got a heavy brick. You can see the totem there is starting to turn red a bit. I had gone away from it a bit too long. Those are the 2 that come up quite close to little aggressors. They come from the left and right side. And it's rinse and repeat, man. Once, I don't know if you know that too, those little, they're kind of like taking orbs that fall from random ads. Your path of resolve and your path of ambition, you max out the rank at the vendor at the slab. Once you pick those up, you get blistering dominance, which is going to give you a 100% weapon damage boost. So it turns all your weapons into exotics, essentially. Here he's cleared. I'm going for, I believe this is the 5th orb. Yep, 1 more after that. When you know the encounter is complete, I believe the curse has subsided, or there'll be a small notification coming up on your bottom left of your screen that the curse is gone, or whatever it is. You're removing the chains from that big yellow bubble behind you. So as you can see, everything is kind of routine. You get the same 2-3 cursed thrall, same knight, left, right, sides that spawn, same dunking, stay on the plate, not for too long, kill the knights. It's a rinse and repeat. So it's a little boring, but if you're new to solo flawlessing, this is a healthy challenge to take on. So here, my Tome of Want, you can see. I just got an upgrade and a drop, and we're off into the second traversal and kind of mini encounter. Here you're going to just want to obviously fall and not get hit by any of the traps that have been swinging around. There's a few areas where you can land on the side, or you can just run and gun it like that. Here I stuck with the LMG. This is kind of like the first orb encounter, where you have left, middle, and right side, with a few little additions for the route that you can kind of shortcut through. And there's going to be tons of these traps that are trying to boop and knock you off, and the kind of like Indiana Jones type of traps, So the goal of this traversal slash encounter is you're looking for 3 yellow bar wizards that are hiding in 3 different locations of the map. And as you can see here, the symbol is lit up there, the ice cream symbol. And one of the wizards is hiding there behind the wall. The malevolent ritualist. So once you clear 3, the door to final encounter will open. But the goal is trying to find the wizards, going through the traps, which is going to be creating the challenges, knowing the shortcut. If I'm not mistaken, too, there's a secret chest here if you're really trying to farm some of the loot, even though it's a little outdated. But I mean, if you're a new light, I didn't pick up the secret chest here, but there is a secret chest in this room. There are little shortcuts and secret shortcuts where you can get like a really high ground to skip all of the traps, but I didn't showcase this in the run because it's more of like a solo flawless, just keeping it basic and simple. So here on your map, when you get like a large ping of red, you are approaching the area where the wizard is. So if you're having trouble trying to find the wizard, just keep roaming around the area until you see like 2 or 3 pings on your map and follow that. That's where you know 100% the wizard is going to be there. If you're seeing 1, it's just a sniper. They have these void sniper acolytes. But if you can't spot it and they're hitting you, I think 2-3 shots and you're toast. So here I got 1 ping. This is a little secret nook area where you can hop up and there's a shrieker. People have a little hard time trying to find that area, looking for the last wizard. That's the wizard hiding behind that shrieker. So the wizard's kind of playing hide and seek. He doesn't want to come out. Check my area. Take my time with jumping. Anywhere you go. I'm not the best like Titan movement player. I Warlock main. With this season, obviously Titans being like absolutely broken. Warlocks are very easy to use as well, depending on the build that you're doing. Jumping around as a Titan, I'm trash. I'm just not good at it. So here, all 3 wizards are done. I'm too sketched out to just run through the traps. So I'm making my way all the way over to the left side because in my own experience, I found for me jumping, it was the easiest way to get there. So we're here at the beginning, making my way down middle lane over to the left side. There I almost die because I suck. Snipers and the yellow partner appear. I think about it and then I'm like, no, forget it. Just play it safe. So over here on left, trying to do the least amount of long jumping as possible. I know it's close. We head all the way down here. I'll be able to see the access to the middle. Essentially, this encounter is complete. As long as you don't die making your way over. Now the 3rd encounter, which is the boss encounter, it's not too hectic if you're jumping around, and there's a ton of little niche nooks that you can hide behind to get a lot of cover from the boss in the main area. But it's going to be, again, the repeated theme is dunking the orbs. You're dunking 3 orbs that create the damage phase for the boss in the center. You need to be in the center ring with him for you to do damage to him. And like the first encounter, you will have the Knight, the Witch, and the Shrieker again. And it's all the exact same thing. The Knight only takes light attacks. The Wizard only takes heavy attacks. And the Shrieker has to be killed with blocking and redirecting his attack back at him. Now, those 3 towers is where they're all located, as you can see on the map, and the boss is going to be in the middle. You can see the Knight on the left, the Wizard on the right, so the Shrieker is straight down. These swords that you're going to get come from the exact same knights that you see in the first encounter. And once you bank those orbs, you start going at the boss. So here I'm on tower 1. As you can see, you can go all the way around on each side to completely hide from the boss or the enemies and ads that are roaming in the center. You can clear all the ads that are on this tower and just leave it up to you and the knight to duel it out if you want to play it safe. And it's the same thing, rinse, repeat, block. See, the super takes off quite a chunk of health there. Now to bank these orbs, in the center there's 3 standing kind of mini pillars that you saw in the traversal of the second encounter. They're the exact same thing. You can see there's one lit up right in front of them. There, I didn't bother running straight ahead because there was too much ad and ultras there that I'd probably die. So I just banked to get it banked. Started making my way over to the second area. I'm going to need a sword again. Clear the ads. And there's the Shrieker. Now this sword as well, when you block, it's the same as, it's probably even stronger, but the infinite guard, you have infinite guard with this. But ads, they can come up behind you and tag you, so just don't bot walk too much forward and back, and be aware of your surroundings. Don't get too greedy, you know. So as you see, when you deposit, the glowing purple orb will disappear, so that it's kind of a small marker, knowing that the last one that's lit up with the glowing orb is where you want to bank it. And once you bank that, it disappears, so that you know not to bank one of the orbs in the wrong place and have to rinse and repeat before you can actually get to the boss phase. So here I'm doing the exact same thing also. I'm just going around in circles, clearing all the ads around the tower, so it's just me and the wizard. The wizard seems to be like stun locked. I don't know what's going on with them, but usually they're a little annoying. And that's it, we're ready for DPS. Now how the boss works is once you bank, the green light will go up. All the ads around will still be there, and they can enter that circle, and you'll know it's DPS with the glow of the green. And slowly as you attack him, Cursed Thrall will be entering that little arena. So when you kind of get tunnel visioned and focused on the fight, that's the way they creep up on you, because you're going to be ADSing. So it's going to be taking away your map, giving the Cursed Thrall a chance to sneak up behind you and explode, and they explode in like multiples. So attack a little, back away, look around at your surroundings, head back. I think you have about a 20 second damage window, and you have a 5-second leadway here where he slams his sword into the ground to let you know that the DPS phase is about to come to an end. And if you're still in that circle when it explodes as he stabs in his sword, you die instantly. So not bad. Using a barrel dyad and an LMG, we got him halfway through. I'm sure there's meta out there now that can one phase him no problem, but I just wanted to do this clear with the barrel dyad and peacekeeper build. I've been using the solo most of the dungeons. I'm just having too much fun with it. So this is just, you're going to do the exact same thing all over again. Go for the knight, get the orb, bank the orb, go for the witch, kill the witch, and bank the orb, and then kill the shrieker, get the orb, bank the orb, and kill the boss. So again, here, I'm trying not to rush, didn't even pick up the orb, went back, cleared some ads. Now I can bank right in front here. Here the boss can boop you and smash his foot down if you're really, really close to him as you bank, which could have you bounce like diagonally and fall right off the map if you're disoriented by the hit. So just be wary of that. The same thing. Kill the shrieker. I run around, try to get the aggro on the ads to come out. So I got nothing following me with the orb. Boss is nowhere to be found. So easy dunk. Made the thrall. Get ready to grab another sword. And we're off again to, I believe, the witch. Yeah, the witch. So here I'm just trying to clear the ads around, give some easy breathing room. And that's me and the witch. It's very easy. See there, I don't know what happened, but I used my super. I don't know what it is with like the sword and the flying, but I think you just have to run up to them while you're still on the ground, then hit F or whatever button, whatever keybind you have for your your sword super to actually get the hit to register. Yeah, I just bank the third ball. I'm having a scan to look around and make sure there's not a ton of acolytes there that can throw fire nades. Now here also, Titans have these rally barricade builds, like with Le Monarch or this Barrow Diad one. When he slams down that big wave of fire, you will not survive that, because Unrelenting is not healing you because you're just attacking one target with a large amount of health. And Barrow Diad itself will not trigger the Bolt Charge build, or will your Bolt Charge build fast enough for it to self-heal. So as you can see there, the what are they called? The Curse Thrall almost got me. So I popped my super to stay high up in the air, let it land and crash on the boss. Got his health down, and we got the solo flawless. And very simple. I got a little triumph for doing it with arc. That's the amount of enemies with damage, and that was it. So this was fun. This was my first commentary vid. Let me know if you enjoyed the content. Leave a like, leave a comment, please subscribe. I do think I'm going to be doing guides on this, so bear with me as I start to critique and improve my own process with the live commentary. It is my first time doing it, so anyways, that's it, Guardians, and I'll catch you guys later in the next vid. Peace.